welcome back. This is Grillenheimer. Well, I had videoed 2 games, and the lighting was terrible, the angle was terrible. One was 16 minutes, one was 20 minutes, and I was going to do a third one, and I'm just like, no, I've even deleted them. I'm not going to use them. And then I played a third game in the floor. The other 2 were on the white card table. But the other night I made a quick deck for Nemesis Prime and Living Weapon Megatron, and it's mostly an orange deck. And what little I've been able to play with them, they wipe the floor with everybody. Well, maybe literally. So, and like I said, it's a majority of an orange deck, and it's been pretty fun. Some other orange cards in there are not really for them. Let's see here. Well, before I get into that, this was the last move, and since Skytread Tank is untapped, you can guess they won again. And this is where a lot of my tank cards are. So if I want my water tanks to build a decent deck for my water tanks, I guess I need to come to this deck. There may be another Decepticon deck that I have a few other tank cards in there, like Hunker Down and Crushing Treads. So yeah, they won again. They finally defeated Nemesis Prime and Living Weapon Megatron, who, just a couple of random games, they've been just, like I said, wiping everybody out. And as you can see, we got him knocked out into Oxidation Cannon, and I put him on the tank, who he actually got knocked down by 6 health, or down to 2. What was that? I just saw something go whoop. Oh well. He only had 2 health left, even though his defense is decent. He got knocked down to 4. I actually was playing with Captain Impactor instead of Cybertronian Tyrant Megatron, who I kind of swap between. This is kind of a sideboard. If I was playing a real person, I might whip out him first, and then as a sideboard I would do Captain Impactor, which I believe, let's see here, 12 and 8 is 20, 10 is 30, and Caliburst is 38. So they would give you a total health count of 38. With this Megatron, it would only be 36. Come over here, you only have a total health of 30, though they are both pretty powerful characters. And I did end up getting 1 card underneath Nemesis Prime for an extra 3, and then they knocked him out, and I wasn't able to use the +3 attack on him. So this has been a pretty fun little game, and I tell you, nobody seemed to know what to do with Skytread, and I think that the trick to Skytread, and I've already went through a video on explaining this, is picking a 6-star target man up. It's blurry. Battlemaster, a 6-star Battlemaster, and a 7-star, what I would call the engine of the team that would flip. Now, of course, this Megatron can't do much. He has Bold 1, whereas Captain Impactor has Bold 1 also, but he can give Bold 1 to everybody, including himself. The only good thing about this Megatron is that he gets +1 when you put an upgrade on him. So on the one turn you might want to try to use him, add an upgrade on him. He has +4 instead of +3. But you know, you have +4 on Impactor. But you know, that's why I would suggest using him first and Impactor as a sideboard. And because even if whoever you're playing with is like, you're playing with that Megatron, you're an idiot, you know, well, and if this fails the first time, whip out Impactor, 2 more health, bold to everybody, and you're flipping him pretty much every turn, and it helps. He would be the engine of the group. And then Caliburst with the team I was fighting against, they never drew more than 1, so that never worked. But the Oxidation Cannon ability did come into play. I did have to discard 1 card from my hand and was able to pull a card from over here, so that did get to work. And then I was, this is going to sound silly, kind of afraid that the tank was going to be knocked out. And so as the right player, I put the plane vulnerable. Both were down by 6, thinking, okay, if I want somebody to get knocked out, I don't want him to be knocked out because I had all my weapons on him, all my upgrades on him. So, you know, just the normal, obvious kind of stuff. So, and like I said, this group was pretty interesting. Now, I've shown off their cards. That deck has not changed. Yeah, when Wave 5 comes out, I mean, these 2 guys may or may not still live up to their hype. I would imagine so. Depends on how you play them, I guess. Whoops, sorry. Scratching my upper lip. You know, especially since they both have an attack of 7 in bot mode, which is just really, whoa, really good in general. Now I have 27, this is a majority orange deck, 27 orange cards, but it is not a total orange aggressive deck, but it mainly is. I mean, you can see I've got some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white pips, just a little bit of Pierce, not much Pierce at all. See, that's 1, 2. Boaster has 1, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So I only have like 6, no, 7, 8. So I've got about 8 cards with some Pierce on them. Just enough white to be able to flip some more in here. Since it's only a 2 tall deck, I do have Peace Through Tyranny, but only for the double orange. And I don't have many of those cards. That might be the only PTT card I even have. I don't have very many grenade launchers either. So there's only 1 in here. I thought I had more handheld play. Oh. That's right, they're all right there. Now, when I was playing up against, it was Warpath, Freedom Fighter Optimus, and either Bumblebee or Red Heat, some other getup like that. So when I was using Warpath, I'll admit, since I knew this deck, I was trying to really take this team out. It never happened. They got balls of chrome steel. I mean bearings. They got, that's right. Sorry. Boy, did I mess that line up. But I was able to flip Warpath and really hurt them pretty bad when these were in their scrap. So that helped somewhat. There's not much blue in here. There's a little bit of blue. There's a whole 4 blue cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. And they're the best blue pip cards we have right now, I think, without them being star cards. So yeah, Wave 5 is going to change a few things. I don't do the proxies. I wish I could play online, or had someone that I could. I was going to try using that website that Jamie was talking about, and then I think I understood why he took it down. I don't know if YouTube made him, but I did not download that program because it seemed very sketchy, and I think a lot of other players realized the same thing, and so we've been seeing a lot of neat games that are like on Zoom or Skype, with I forgot some of their guys. Of course, Blues on Attack has been trying to do a little bit, but Def TF, Vector Sigma, Dan, Scott, um, the Tech Talk guys, and the Vic. I've been watching some of their games and they've been pretty neat. Never get to watch them live though. I only get to watch them after the fact. Uh, so, sorry, my nasty's foot's in the way. But that's all I really have tonight. I'm sorry. I mean, I recorded a couple of games, and again, the glare was terrible, the lighting was terrible, the angle was terrible, and I'm like, I'm just gonna delete this. I really hated doing that. I have been testing some of my newer characters, and I've been playing with them a lot when I'm able to actually. I just haven't been able to record anything, um, because everyone's at home. I'm rarely home alone. Almost was this afternoon, but I I didn't record anything. But interesting day, fun times, weird times. Um, but yeah, uh, tempo really puts an edge into the game. And maybe I'll have to put a team of my homemade characters against maybe Living Weapon Megatron and Nemesis Prime, or maybe even up against my Mega Caliburst Honey-fly Burst guys, whatever you want to call them. I've called them both things. And thanks for checking out that video. Um, it may not be a winner. Like I said, when the next wave comes out, I'm really hoping to play around with Top Spin and Twin Twist. I hope I get those in some of their heads and be able to test out different heads, the new play mechanics. Um, so, in playing with some of the smaller bots and mini cards from Wave 4 and Wave 3, I think it's really going to fit in with the new gimmick for Wave 5. Um, I think it's going to be pretty neat to see how Wave 5 is going to change the game, but not really change it, but evolve it. Um, so that's really all I have tonight. Hope I'm not waking anybody up. We will see you next time. Have a blessed night, great day, and always remember, let's flip. And, boy, I messed that up again, didn't I? Let's try this one more time. Flip out and let's roll.